Hi everybody, my name is Captain Craig Weinbaum with the Greater Naples Fire Rescue District. You're here at Station 21, lovingly called the House of Pain. We have Ladder 21, Brush 21, Squad 21, and Battalion 20 running out of this station. Typically I cook here for anywhere from 6 to 8 members a night. So we're going to talk to you today about my white chicken chili, or as we call it, the not so white chicken chili. This is the chili that I've entered in the Hormel Chili Cook-Off, and I've so far made the top 3. I'll be going to New York at the end of the month to compete for $10,000 with Hormel against 2 other Firehouse chefs. And the great thing about that is they're also donating, Hormel is donating $20,000 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. So with that, we'll get to the chili. I've taken the time already to grill up the white chicken, or the white meat chicken, breast of chicken. I've also grilled the ears of corn in the husk. We've taken the husk off and taken that right off the cob. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and construct the chili. So let's go. One of the first things we do is we take our whole peeled Italian tomatoes. We're gonna go ahead and put those right in. It says in the recipe to hand crush those and make sure your hands are clean, which mine are. I've already washed them. You go in, you just go ahead and hand crush those. The reason why I hand crush them as opposed to putting them in a blender is I like to have the nice pieces of skin in there. These are so stewed already and cooked already that they're so soft they just crush very easily with your hand, and then you leave some nice big pieces. That adds to the texture of the chili. So we have 2 cans of those going in. That's 1 so far. I usually do 1 can at a time just so my hand isn't wrist deep. So we'll put that second one in. Get the top out. And we go ahead and again we hand crush that. And there isn't a lot of tomato product in this chili. You don't want to have it too watery, too juicy, say. A lot of the ingredients that we put in have their own water in them and juices in them, so that adds to the broth of the chili and thins it out a little bit. So you don't want to have too much tomato product in there. This recipe is going to make enough for about 10 people to have seconds, so there's quite a bit to this. It's pretty hearty. I'm going to go to a medium heat. I obviously didn't put the heat on before I crushed the tomatoes because they would have been hot. I would have been burned. So anyway, we'll go ahead, and at this point we're going to go ahead and add our white beans. 1 can of white beans. These have already been drained. Our can of red beans. It's not brand specific. These are light red kidney beans. I usually just go with whatever's on sale, maybe buy one get one so I can make it next time too. And a can of black beans. Again, drained. The black beans don't drain quite as well because it's a thicker sauce, but that actually adds to the consistency of the chili. We're going to go ahead and put the red onion in now. The red onion, I put about 2/3 of the red onion. It was a large red onion that I chopped. I do about 2/3 of that, put that in there, and then I reserve the rest for garnish to add some nice uncooked raw red onion on top of the chili. Again, the same thing with the corn. We take the grilled corn, add about 2/3 of that, save the rest for garnish. And we can put those off to the side. Add our chili, our chicken rather. Just grilled white meat chicken. I've taken the time to season it prior to putting it on the cedar plank. And we just season it up with a little salt, pepper, and chili powder. Just a little bit of chili powder. That lets it cook right in there. And we can give that all a stir. Now you notice I haven't really put in any of my dry ingredients yet. It doesn't matter. You can put your dry ingredients now, you can put them in before. I like to kind of get everything in to see my amounts, just because sometimes the onions are bigger, the chicken's bigger, just so I can see if I need to adjust the amounts of things I put in, because that's obviously going to adjust how much of the spice I put in. I just go ahead and start adding my chili powder. Looks good to start now. Add some cumin. Again, these will be adjusted as I go through based on flavor. Dry mustard. Be careful with your chipotle pepper. If you haven't tasted it, it adds a really nice smoke to the dish, but it can also add some heat. So just add that sparingly, and then you can adjust that over time too, and give that a stir. All right, and finally, the last thing we're gonna add is some brown sugar. Just want to mix this pretty well. You don't have to beat it up. You want to mix it pretty well and just kind of bring it to a simmer. Well, it looks like we're done here. Now it's time to go ahead and plate it up. We'll just go ahead and take out a serving here. Make sure it's got a little bit of everything in there. So what we do here is we just take a little bit of that raw red onion, place that on top there. A little bit of the corn, some grilled corn there. Crumble up some queso fresco, which is just an awesome like white farmer's cheese. It's really great, very creamy. I use this as opposed to like a sour cream. It really, to me, adds a great texture and a great flavor without altering too much the flavor of the chili itself. Let me just pop a nice homemade tortilla chip right in there. And there we go. Well, I just want to take a moment and thank everybody who voted for me. Just my family, my friends, complete strangers. I know Facebook was a huge part of this. Collier County Online Yard Sale, thank you for letting me post it, and then everybody, every member of that, all 30,000 of you, thank you so much for all your support. I want to thank my department for letting me do this kind of stuff and for supporting me. Hopefully this is the award-winning chili. We'll find out in a few weeks if we've won another 10,000 here for the House of Pain, Greater Naples Station 21. Thank you so much. Wish me luck.